Also working with Merlin. Same thing. I'm going to transition. I'm going to try and get baby to do this outside, probably in the field. She doesn't have to do it real far, but she has to do it in open space. So, I'm doing it in the barn because anytime you do something different with your dog, it's going to cause excitement. So she has some training under her belt, but like I said, it causes excitement. No, wait, sit. I would like to say that my one of my propane heaters is over. Hey, get the fuck over here. Get over here now. Sit. Baby, whoa. Back here, heel. Whoa. Heel. Whoa. No. I said, whoa. Whoa. Here's a little invention that I made. Here. This I've been using to train dogs, like when you say whoa and you get a refusal, I take my foot and slide it underneath them. My back hurt a couple days ago, so I did this. Right? So you can use this. I'll give you an example here. This works good. It's my little invention. Here, heel. Here, heel. Sit. Whoa. No, whoa. You don't even have to touch your nose. Heel. Over here, heel. Whoa. Sit. Down. Maybe whoa. Heel. Sit. Whoa. Good. No. Heel. I didn't say to move, I just said it was good. Come on, heel. Whoa. Heel. Whoa. Heel. Maybe down. No, down. Maybe whoa. You good girl. Where were we? Oh, we're doing this stuff. We're casting baby. Put this over here. I'm casting baby, making her do a reverse. Not making. I'm telling her to do a reverse retreat. So when she does a reverse retrieve, we're having her put the object in here. That was there, then we moved it here. Now we're going to move it over by the motorcycle. She has to do it. What about the propane next? I can't believe my propane heater that I just bought. We got two of them. Destiny paid for one, I paid for one. The one 23rd of December, it already doesn't work. We got to take it back to Tractor Supply. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. See if baby will do this for me. Now I'm going to walk her up there so that she knows where it's at. All right, baby, here. Baby, Bambino, hold. Baby, here. Put it in there. Yeah, you got it, Ann. Yeah, there you go. Come on, baby. Baby, here. Now I walked her up there, but I want her to go. I want to put my gloves on. It's supposed to get -2, so I'm going to put some gloves on. I wish I had the other propane heater. It's cold. Here, heel. Baby, hold. Put it in there. You got this, man. Baby, come here. You got this? All right, hang on. Sit. She's doing it now. Little Bambino. Baby, hold. Put it in there. Drop. You're awesome, man. Come here. No, pay attention. Little Bambino, come here. No, you're not spinning the right way. Hold. You get that? You got it. Bring it over here. Don't worry about the heater. It's keeping us warm. Hey, Bambino, come here. Get over here, Neil. Whoa. No. No. Whoa. Hold. We'll put it in there. No. Baby. Go put it in there. Ah, you missed. Come back here. Come back here. Put it in your mouth right. Hey, baby. Hold. Okay, go put it in there. You're awesome. Now, one thing about today that we've done is I have her out here. Baby, get over here. Working around the space heater because I know that sound, the heat. See, she's like, what is that? Right? She's like, what the fuck is that? A dragon? I knew that would cause a problem. So with your dog, you want to push them past the point of excitement. Remember, excitement. Hey, baby, get over here. Hey. Let's go. Here. Heel. Excitement's the point all dogs make a mistake. They bark, lunge, bite, or just don't listen. Here, heel. Sit. So, we'll use stuff like this to cause excitement to help train the dog. She's pretty good. We've worked her with a starter pistol, a dummy launcher, all kinds of things. She's really getting compliant, and she knows that I like this now. That I like it when she does the reverse retrieve. Because I use a really up tone when she started getting it. Tell her, you're all right, good girl, you know, like that. So now she's into it. She's really picked up on the game. And the reason why I teach this is because it's something that the owners can do with their dog in an apartment, in their house. It's so the owner can work the dog inside if she wants to. But the important thing is that you keep working your dog the lifetime of the dog. So she's got this down. Another advantage to this, I'm going to close this door. Cold air's blowing in. There you go. Well, as I was babbling about reverse retreats. Hey, get over here, heel. Oh, heel. What are you doing, dude? Get a fucking heel and listen to me. She's sniffing around. And know that that's not such a positive thing for your dog. If you're taking your dog on a walk and you're letting it sniff, that's a big mistake. You give the dog a potty command. It should be at heel and stay at heel until you release it with the potty command. It's sniffing the ground, it's tracking. It's also an indication that your dog doesn't know a proper heel. So let's see if she'll do another reverse retrieve for us. I bet she will. Yeah. Now, come back soon. It was like a COVID scare. Here, sit. Put it in there. No, put it in there. No, heel. Heel. Put it in there, baby. Oh, you missed. That's all right. Go. Hold. Get over here. Get over there. Baby. No, hold. Hold. Put it in there. Go. Whoa, here, heel. So, you see, it is causing her problems having the heater. It doesn't matter. We're still getting success. So it's good. Good job, baby. You got it. It's not just the heater. It's that we moved the milk crate around. So it's a combination of things. We weren't working. She didn't learn it in here. Hold. Go put it in there. You're awesome! No, here. She's going to take it. You're a snake. You're a sneaky little pit bull. Sit. Right, little pit bull. Oh, go put it in there. Yes! Yes, baby, get over here. Come here. Stop slipping around. You're not paying attention, dude. Get over here. You want to do it one more time? Here. I'll let you out the back. Here, sit. So, give me one more. Give me another good one. You're going to do this outside in the field tomorrow? baby wavy, are you? Good girl, hold. Go put it in there. Awesome, dude! Here, come on. You're a good dog, dude. Can you go get that for me? Hold. No, get over here. Baby, hold. No, give me my fucking thing. No, hold. Thank you, thank you. Get a heel. Get a heel over here. Okay, go put it in there. Ah, good girl. Here. You want to go outside? I'll get you outside. Come here. Good girl. You're a good dog, dude. Dog. I have an Australian cattle dog. She's 8 months old. How do you get the puppy to listen and come back to you? She knows her basic commands and how to heel. She's 8 months old and she's not. She doesn't know the basic commands because you're asking, how do you get the dog to come back to you? She doesn't. So I don't believe you. Your dog doesn't come back to you? How do you get the puppy to listen and come back to you? Do you use the leash? If you have are you telling me like you have the dog out and it doesn't listen to you and it just does whatever? One of the main reasons that dogs don't come back to the owner is this: that you didn't use a further distance. One of the main reasons that the dog doesn't come back to the owner is that they didn't use a leash, they didn't use a long line, and the dog is out doing whatever and not listening to you. Thank you, Uniquities. I appreciate it. And the dog's not listening to you. And then once you get the dog coming back to you, you berate it because you're frustrated. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I told you to come back. That teaches the dog not to come to you. So whatever happens, you need to keep it positive. Once that dog comes to you, good boy or good girl. But you should be using a long line. So a long line is like a check cord. Should be about 20 feet. So you put the dog at sit. You say it knows basic commands, but I used a long leash, but she is always, I haven't used it well. You're training the dog at distance, and you haven't used a long line, and the dog should know proper recall at 8 months, man. Fuck. By 4 months, I can take a dog, 4.5 months, I can take a dog out and it's coming to me. So I don't know what you're doing, but things aren't going right. You got an 8-month-old dog that isn't listening to you and is being non-compliant when you call it to you. So you put it off at a distance, you have it on a long check cord, and you get down, you walk backwards, make the dog sit. If the dog gets up, you got to put it back right where it was. Make it sit, and then you call it to you, getting down low. Here, come on, here. If it doesn't come to you, pull the check cord towards you. As it starts coming towards you, stand up, or else you're going to create another problem. It's going to jump on you. But I'm honest with you, 8 months, and you're telling me it knows all these commands, but it's not coming when it's called. Something's wrong. That's an indication that like you got frustrated and yelled at the dog. So you better just start using a long line and keep it on the long line until it's compliant. And the transition for you will be that you will have the long line, you won't have it in your hand once the dog is functioning pretty good. And that way, like, you have it in your hand at first and you're pulling the dog towards you maybe. But then once things are going good, you might have it on a long line and maybe there's like 5 feet of it behind you. And you call it to you. If there was a problem, you step on the long line. So the dog sees that you don't have it in your hand, but it's still functioning. And then you can start stepping back, and the dog is dragging the long line. So if the dog gives you any BS, you got to pick that leash up. No. No, here, heel, and pull it to you and get it into a proper heel. But see, if your dog knew a proper heel, which you're saying it does, if you said heel, it would come to you at heel. So I don't know how well trained your dog is. You say that it has training, but I beg to differ. I think you're having issues. So be careful. Don't let the dog get killed. Because it's not listening to you. You should be doing this in a yard. Do yard work, and then you take it out to a field. The dog's not listening to you, so be very careful with the dog. I have a Shiba, and I've watched all your videos. Miko, my Shiba knows how to hold something when it's presented in front of her, but she refuses to move with something in her mouth. What do you mean? You've never heard of a leash? What are you talking about? You're not using a leash, huh? You see me using leashes? The object's in the dog's mouth, right? You say that the dog can do hold. That's what you're telling me. But usually, when you have the dog on you've taught it hold, you spend time holding. She drops the dumbbell when she moves. Yeah, they do that. They do that. They all do that. So you have the leash on the dog. That's the trick. You have to get the dog to move with the object in its mouth. Maybe you could try doing, it's sit, and put it in the down position and sit. So it learns to move and function with the object in its mouth. Now, here's the trick. When you're doing this and the dog is moving, you might have it up on a table, by the way, so that if it drops it, you can put it back in its mouth. But you might put a little pressure underneath it, down, up, good girl, like that. So you have to get the dog to move its body. Many times it's like that. I get the dog to function doing the down position with the dumbbell in its mouth, and then I get it to walk. But be prepared when you walk. Sometimes I get the dog to walk, I'm putting a little light pressure, making sure it doesn't drop it at first. Stay on target if you're teaching it hold and doing it right. Stay on target, you'll get the dog to do it. But that is one of the sticking points with the dogs, is that they gotta move with the damn thing in their mouth and they always fucking drop it. That's one of the points. And the other point is, right after this you're gonna come into, is you need the dog to pick it up off the ground. That's another pain in the ass. That's another pain in the ass. So it might take it out of your hand, but you need it to do a retrieve. So you're right. If it'll hold it, now you got to get it to walk. Now you got to get it to walk. Try a little light pressure, or get it to do the down position. Right, little light pressure under the chin, getting it to do down and up, and just get it to sort of move with the object in its mouth. And then if you could just get it to move like a half a foot, you're home free. Then you get it to move a foot and a half. Stay on target with it, though. You're doing the right thing, for sure. Man, it is colder than... It is cold. Those Shibas are a pain in the ass. A lot of times, those Shibas don't want to do something, and they'll scream. So are those cattle dogs. I've seen cattle dogs do that, too. Like, it's just like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be a dick. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything to you. You know? And you tell that to people that have never seen this. They're like, I'm working with one of them dogs. I'm working with a Shiba in the backyard. I'm like, man, my neighbors probably think I'm beating the dog or something. Shibas do that. Cattle dogs will do that. There's a few breeds that'll try that shit. You know, because they figured out that, like, you know, you don't want to hear this shit. And that, you know, they're trying to use anything. It's avoidance. They're using avoidance tactics. Let me go get Merlin. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Let me get Merlin, okay? Border Collie, man. Wow. That is the dog. That's probably my next dog, I think, is a Border Collie. I think so. I don't know, man. I just, I hunted for years. My background is retrieving, but 58. I've been working for so long. I just don't even know if my background is retrieving. It's just dogs in general. Do you know what I'm saying? Retrieving, that was with my dad and shit when I was younger. Now it's just like a border collie. Train it to do the agility course casting. I stand in one position and just cast the dog and make every food trainer look like an asshole. I don't have to run next to the dog. I'll tell the dog what to do pointing at it. No one seems to do that. No one. No one seems to do a lot of things, though, that dogs can do, you know? That's just ridiculous. Like, oh, you got to run next to the dog to do the agility course? That's pathetic. That's pathetic. It is. It's pathetic. Be right back. I got to get Merlin. There he is, big man. What's up, buddy? Merlin's in here. There's Merlin. He's not cold at all. My baby was out there, I was letting her go to the bathroom and shit. I can tell she was excited I came back out there and that she was going in. Like, she doesn't show signs of being like super cold or anything, but as soon as I came out there, she started running around like excited. Good, I get to go back in. That's how cold it is. Baby is not, hey, Merlin, sit. No, sit. Baby's not, you know, it's 28 degrees. She don't really give a shit. But man, it must be about 14 or something now. It's going down lower. If my other space heater wouldn't have broke, it's not even a month old. If that wouldn't have broke, I'd have both going and I'd probably be fine. This one space heater, it's not enough, man. It's not nearly enough. It's cold. I mean, I don't know. Here, I'll come over here. I'm just gonna bend down, and if anybody has any questions, I can answer them, and then I'll work Merlin. I moved the milk crate for Merlin. I'm making it harder for both of them. I'm gonna take the milk crate out into the field tomorrow and get them both to do it, and that makes it much harder. It's big open space, you know. It makes it harder. So if they can do that, they can do it. I want to make it as hard as possible for baby. Baby's going back. So if baby can do that in the field, I got Merlin right here. You know, you're just posting nonsense. Why would I clone your dog? It Do I look like I did that kind of work? Why would anybody clone a dog anyway? But that's a Honda CRF 230, 2013. Took the battery out because it's so damn cold. I could have drove it yesterday and I almost did it. I almost took it out for a ride, but I have stuff going on. Just did it. I like it. I like it. No, I admit, like, man, if it was like, if I was 1 inch shorter, I don't know if I'd like it. It's right at that, it's right at that point. It's a little high for me, but it's all right, What's up, one Sean Bond? How you doing? What's going on? Everything good? Let's see if there's anything. Guess I'll work more. I'm getting warm again. I'm sitting here and then I'll work young Merlin. Merlin, you're a good boy. Merlin, you got an eye booger. Hang on. Merlin's doing good. He sort of was loud yesterday. It's loud. I switched him back into a mini educator, and then we're going to switch him back into Tonka's collar. How is that collar? Is it all good? No. Yeah, it's on a mini educator, not a micro educator. I might even try micro on him. Just kind of change it up. So the daughter's just doing great, man. She's driving and everything. Right? That's saying something right there, because they don't let you drive. You're doing better. I mean, she's functioning normal. Oh my God, Toxic Shiba. How come Toxic Shiba? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is. It is really great. She must be happy to be driving again. Not driving and having to ask people to take you places sucks. It's sort of nice not having to drive. Like if Destiny drives, I like it. But like if you're in that position where you can't drive, somebody has to drive you, it sort of sucks. It just blows. Man, I'm right here. It's so cold that if I wasn't right here, I would be freaking miserable. He's laying on the concrete. He just seems fine. He's a freaking poop. He don't give a shit. He doesn't. This breed, these poodles remind me a lot of Chesapeake Bays. Sort of similar. I would imagine he's a monster in cold water. That's what I think. I bet he just goes in there and shakes it off and starts running around like an idiot. Isn't that right, Mark? Yeah, he says that's correct. It might snow Sunday. Hope it does. We're in Alabama. It's going to snow down south in the land of cotton. Roll times there are forgotten. It's going to snow in Dixieland. No shit. That's crazy. That is nuts. No, I didn't really. I heard it. I gotta close this door. Hang on. I heard it, but then I did 2 light days and I seemed to be better. And it still hurts. I'm fine. I heard it, and then now I'm sort of better. I mean, I'm not moving heavy objects or anything. I'm not working on the door. I fixed the damn door. It was this door right here. Couldn't open it in the winter. It was hard to open in the summer. And I was just like, you know, if I'm gonna use the barn, I gotta be able to use both doors. But I'll tell you something. I wanted to use this door and keep the small one shut. Check the weather, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen at this point. I'm lucky. There's people in towns like that aren't used to like a little bit of snow. It shuts down the town, you know. But all I need is something I can grab so I can slide this door. It'll be fine. But I'm using the small door right now, which I would rather have that just like sort of pulled tight. I will say this, that if I was working on the porch with the dogs, which that's what I've been doing, because I haven't been able to use this, which I'm loving this. Well, he's not that mellow. You know, you gotta watch Mer. I got a female healer to breed with my male, and since she came, he's pissing everywhere in the house. And to mitigate it. You got a dog. You're gonna be a backyard breeder. You know I don't like that. Take the dog out more. That is one of those breeds that people just breed indiscriminately. I'm sorry, that's how it is. You could go on Craigslist and buy them for $300-400 and shit. You got a female to breed with your male. Fuck that. I don't want to do this. That's why you let breeding to the professionals that do it. You're having the dog kissing around the house now, where he was fully trained. Another, you know, you're not using a crate, clearly. I watched the three Fantastic. Yeah, oh yeah, the 3 years. I mean, you're clearly not using a crate, and you just probably letting the female and the male just roam around. What do you expect? I mean, you're breeding, so you should already know this. See, I'm sorry, I'm irritated. No offense, but I'm irritated, you know? Why? Why do you have to? I'm not doubting that your male is a good dog. I'm just like, why did you have to breed him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much work. Why'd you do this? You don't have to breed them. You know, you can just keep them separated or get her fixed or whatever. You don't have to breed them. Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to breed and have puppies? You got to keep them until the 8th week, by the way. The 8th week. You can't let them go at 6 weeks. That's wrong. That's wrong. There's a reason why they have to stay until the 8th week. My male mated with a healer a couple of years ago and didn't piss all over. Well, you know, you're a backyard breeder too. We don't even know that you have a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, hang on. Oh. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, it's too soon. No, I'm not a breeder. Yeah, I know who you are. I mean, it's just like, why anybody wants to do that, I'm not really sure. I've never felt the need. I've had dogs I've loved, and I'm like, I've never felt the need to breed them because you know what? If I want a puppy, I'll go get one. And you're not supposed to keep the puppies. You can't even keep one. You need to get rid of all of them. You need to get all of the puppies in the 8th week. Starts being the 10th week and you're fucking up the puppies. You need to get rid of those if you breed them. If you have puppies after the 12th week and they've been hanging out, they're going to be screwed up. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Listen, if you can get money and get deposits on puppies and get rid of them all in the 8th week, thanks, emerging leader, great. But if it's 9.5 weeks and you still got puppies, you better start finding them homes and just giving them away to what you think might be a good home. They're not supposed to be hanging out together. You should be separating them in the 8th week. They can no longer be in like an open pen area. You got to start crating them. You're gonna have your hands full. Why would you want to? Why anybody wants to do this? I don't know. Puppies ain't cheap or easy. No, it's pain in the ass. It's pain in the ass. You got to take those puppies to a vet. You got to take the bitch to a vet. I got one of my dogs in 3 weeks, but I found her near a dump. Yeah, well, you got stuck and had to bottle feed a puppy. You got stuck. And those dogs, I've had bottle fed dogs. I got one in there, Harley. She was total. Yep. I've had 2 bottle fed dogs, and I'm just telling you, you do not want to bottle feed a dog. That dog will be a wreck around people, and it could be around people or dogs. It could be socially inept. You cannot replace what it learns with the litter and the mother. We're hunting, tracking. We've been out in the field a lot, and she's been very successful. However, he gets distracted easily by echoed noises from afar. Tips. How old is the dog? How old is this dog? I mean, it's a hunting dog, so you would have been working with, I don't know, starter pistol. How old is it? How old's this dog? Out in the field a lot. He's been very successful. 4 years. Echoing noises, I don't really know what that means. He gets distracted easily by echoed noises from afar. Tell the dog no. No! I don't really know what echoing noises that means. I assume he's fine with a gunshot? Like, and distracted. Like, what do you mean, like, distracted? What are you hunting with this dog? Sorry, Jason. I'm really... Yeah, it was inappropriate to ask that, Jason. Surely got rid of you. It was inappropriate. It's a compliment, but also probably a troll. Sorry, Jason, you're not my type. Yeah, don't worry about it. Not my type, dude. Where is Shirley? Shirley, are you hiding? She got that comment out of there. Good job, Shirley. There she is. What's up, Shirley? How you feeling? You good? Yes, everything's good. It's toxic. Toxic, where's your buddy PL? Hey, Toxic, did you see Ray Hales fucking getting off of social media? I can't. What's up, Sean TV? Look at that sweet ride. Sean, ladies and gentlemen, Sean TV. There he is. toxic. Where's yeah, Rahel, not PL. Yeah, I saw that. Come on, she'll come back. She's probably just sick of it, you know. She has her hands full. She has 3 kids. I thought she just had the one 16, and then I saw the smaller one, a picture of him, and I'm like, he's 16? He looks really young. And then she said, no, I got 3 kids, you know, 8, that and 16. That's a lot. You know, that's a lot. And a ton of animals. She has a lot of animals. She has goats, dogs. Fuck yeah, man. You're damn right. I'm working the dogs in the barn now. It's great. I'm burning some stuff. I'm rearranging. You know, we want to utilize the barn. Because the barn can't be utilized. You know, it's just like when it's cold and snowy and stuff, I would go on the porch. But the wind is blowing. I'm limited on how long I can be out there. You know, a couple minutes sometimes. I can't do it any longer. Here, you know, it blocks the wind. I bought this over Christmas. It's you know, the sound cut out because somebody was calling in. Somebody from some number I've never seen. I'm sure it's like one of the jerk-off companies. Jerk-off companies that like call me about, how many times do I have to tell them, I don't want your aftermarket car insurance stuff. Please. Like that, I could get that thing insured. They're joking, right? That's what it is. It's constantly the same shit. Iced Tea. It's that company. They don't care. They keep. You tell them, don't call me. They keep calling. Destiny has the same thing on her phone. It's like, and they use numbers from around the area. It's so rude. Like, it's always the same thing. What's it called? I got the AT&T call blocking app from my provider, and it blocks a lot of spam. I'll ask you. I got AT&T too. I don't have that. But I mean, it's so obnoxious. It's just rude. It is. It's so rude. Just irritating. Oh look, I can sit on this, and I've been. Don't call, dude. Oh yeah, the lamp of luxury. It's called Call Protect. Call them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm sitting on a milk crate now. This is awesome. I've never been more comfortable in my entire life. I mean, serious. This is like, wow. This is all right. I'll tell you something. Any cat training to look forward to? Well, what are you training your cat to do? What's the problem? They're not like dogs. Both my cats come when they're called. You can do that when you're feeding them. Start calling them. They're, it's not a dog. Dogs, we do not. I called one back. I'm a slow person. Whatever you're feeding them, I assume it's not raw diet. But it doesn't matter, raw diet, and you're feeding them, and just call them by the name. Buck, buck here, buck, buck, and then they're coming. Sitting is the same thing. You want to train them to sit. It's muscle memory. Sit. Push their butt down. Sit. Good boy. I don't know. Litter box, you're having a problem, put them in a small room with the litter box. I don't know what time it is here. Probably 5 or something. It's not. It does matter because I'm living a luxurious life right now. I'm so happy. I mean, the barn is really getting cleaned out. It's awesome. It's so cleaned out I could just ride the motorcycle in a circle. I could. Well, no, I couldn't. I would hurt myself. But I mean, it was really getting there. I called the vet today and didn't act nervous. I feel real proud of myself, to be honest. Yeah, really. You don't like making phone calls toxic? I know someone else that doesn't like doing that. I do. Really? You don't like doing that, huh? It's interesting. Is it, just any, like, stranger? This is interesting. Tell us more, Toxic, seriously. My cat seems to like it. Is it just anybody you don't know you don't like to call? That's interesting. It is. I know somebody that's the same way. I've known several people sort of like that, including myself. No, not me. I struggle a little bit with talking on the phone. Huh. It's interesting. But the trick is to sort of do it, and then you get better at it. I was so nervous about getting up on stage and doing stuff. I had to be drunk, you know. And then, I just got better at shit. Just kind of like, I've got to do it. I have spasmodic. Oh, really? That's interesting. Learn from. I don't know about that. I don't know about that art. I'm thinking about selling and doing an NTF. I'm thinking about doing that video that got me on Tasho and selling that one. Nobody watches that anymore. I mean, not really. I just, I don't know. I think Destiny will understand how to do it more than I will. Robert Masters was trying to explain it to me. I sort of get it. I don't know. Sell it. Maybe sell more than one. I don't know. Get me some Bitcoin, which I should have had years ago, and I didn't. I think somebody actually gave me 15 Bitcoin. This is true. And I looked for it. I was like, I don't need that shit, and I don't know what. Or maybe they said, I'll give you 15 Bitcoin when they were like worthless, like they were worth like $15 or something. I didn't take it. So I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Bitcoin. I've heard of it. I get some selling, doing an NTF. Be in the Bitcoin game. Everybody seems to be in it. I get it now. Sean TV explained it to me. It's a black market shit. It's black market. Black market. Whatever. It just means there's only a limited number. It's a limited number of Bitcoins, and they're not going to increase. Unlike how they do it with paper money. They just keep printing. It would be years ago, for every dollar, there was that amount of gold, say Fort Knox. That's not how it is anymore. So, it's a finite supply. So, a dollar really isn't worth a dollar anymore. There isn't, like, you You can walk into the, you know. Hey, no, here. It's a finite supply. It's not going up. I mean, it's going up because it's worth more. No, sit. That's just the door. That was the wind blowing it. No, sit down. Good boy. It's a nice dog. I like poodles. He's a nut. Aren't you, Merlin? He's a nice guy. He'll hang out right by you and shit. I was outside. I went and got him, and he was taking a pee, and I started walking towards the barn. He just came right over. He's like, I'll go in there with you. He's a little loud sometimes, aren't you, Merlin? You a little loud? You're getting quieter, though, right? You filthy little pig. Yeah. It's a finite supply. Bitcoin. God, I remember when that first came out, everybody was like, I know I was just like, what the fuck? Who needs that? I didn't understand it. I still don't believe it. I don't, here, I'm not doing this, dude. I just don't really sort of understand why it's needed. Like, what's the advantage of using that for a transaction? Or using American currency? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I understand that a lot of people made money on this, but and I understand some things you can pay for with Bitcoin. I get that. I just don't understand why in the first place. It sort of seemed like it was going to be shady stuff. Like the dark web. You would pay for that shit with Bitcoin. That's how it seemed to me, and that's why I didn't get involved in it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Clearly, I don't. It's bad move, Peter. Bad move. Now there's all these other ones too. Dogcoin or whatever it is, Dogecoin. Bitcoin is deflammatory and protects against inflation. You lose spending power with cash over time if you have it sitting in a bank. But with Bitcoin, your spending power increases over time. Stupid move, Peter. Right? Pretty stupid. Pretty dumb. Bitcoin, you can't make more of it. Dollars, you can. Bitcoin is not owned by nobody, meaning government. Yeah, I get that. Sean explained that. Sean's explained a lot of it to me. The more he explains it, the more I feel sick in the pit of my stomach that I couldn't comprehend it. It's the truth. It's the truth. Like, how long has it been around? 2014 or something? Not that long. Not that long, right? And now, you know, it's I was almost getting involved in Steam It. 2009, yeah. Oh, the door flew open. It's all right. Let me go get it, Merv. Hang on, we got to figure out some way to lock this door. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give you all some. I'm gonna give you some tips here. What I think is gonna be worth a lot of money in the future. I'm just telling you. Sit. No, sit. a fucking heater, dude. 8-track tapes. You get 8-track tapes wherever you can get them. It's gonna be the thing of the future. People are gonna want them. They're retro. Fuck Bitcoin. 8-track tapes. Maybe some cassette tapes. Think about it. You'd be happy you bought 8-track tapes. It was always great, like it would it couldn't do the whole song, so it would click and then flip and then my Uncle Mike had an 8-track tape player in his VW. So my Uncle Steve had that too. They were shit. They're like these big, this big, terrible. We can make more 8-track tapes and counterfeit them. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Those were horrible. My first car had an 8-track tape. Did it, Shirley? Oh, shit. There's been so many, we live off of crypto, just sell off here and there, not enough to alert the IRS. Oh my God, Hillsby. Hillsby? But think about all these things that become obsolete. 8-track tapes, cassettes, CDs, DVDs. Me and Destiny were talking about Netflix earlier. Netflix, they were sending us DVDs in the mail. So stupid. I remember complaining, calling Netflix and saying this sucks. I keep getting them all scratched up and everything. And they were like, well, we want to just do streaming. And then I got rid of Netflix because I was low on funds. And then now Netflix is all streaming. Oh, hello, New Zealand. What's up, brah? G'day, mate. That's my imitation. That could be Australian, too. It's pretty good, I know. I remember renting VH. Do you really? God, I forgot about those. How about Beta? Beta tapes. That was before VHS. That was supposed to be a big... This was the new thing. And then it ended up being VHS for fucking years. Absolutely years. They were garbage. But we were happy we had them. Blockbuster? Yeah, Blockbuster. Everybody was into Blockbuster. Drive down to Blockbuster and get a tape. I remember I was a kid when MTV was such a big deal when I was a kid. MTV, Hollywood Video, sure. MTV, I remember, being over at people's house late at night. They were smoking weed. I wasn't. I might have been having a beer, not a bunch, just one or two. And there's a one Tesla for every car. No kidding. And MTV was now nobody watches MTV. I don't even know if it's a channel anymore, is it? Hopefully not. Boy, that Madonna back in the 80s putting on shit. That was it. She was it. Pauly Shore did. Did he? I didn't know that. My cousin asked me what Blockbuster was a while back, and a little piece of my soul fell. No, really? Is that right, Tox? Headbanger's Ball was a big... What's going on? It's just teen pregnancy shows, really. I don't even know what that is. A teen pregnancy show that exists? MTV started out on music videos. Now it's just stupid. Oh, is that right? Well, thank you, Shirley Jones. I might have it. I don't know. you get asked to go to Blockbuster on a date, you know. Yes, of course. Do you want to watch a video? You want to get a sit? Let's get some beer and watch a video. If they said yes, not me, but you know, a lot of guys would be thinking, oh, okay, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of guys would be like, oh, I'm gonna get some action. Not me. I was all about holding hands and flying kites and stuff. Wholesome. I'm pretty wholesome. Netflix and chill equals Blockbuster. Sure. Now they brought back the music videos on MTV. Oh, really? Oh, well, look who it is. It's PL. Toxic, look who it is. It's your, the devil on your shoulder. PL. PL sits right here. Toxic, do it. Do it. Ray Hell might show up, but Ray Hell isn't like hanging out in social media right now. Ray Hell has 3 kids, not 1. I found that out recently. Ray Hell would be here. PL would be right here saying, Toxic, do it. Go ahead and cuss. I'm just trying to get my cat in. She escaped in the morning. She's wedged herself behind the neighbor's garage. No shit. You could always pull her. If you know anybody that has like a rabies pole, you can pull her and drag her out. Seriously. We were worried about you, PL. We were worried about you. Glad you're okay. Right, Toxic? How you gonna get your cat out? Yeah, of course, Pigeon Lady. Oh, listen to Toxic. Knows the names of all the cats. Of course she does. There was no Netflix and chill when I met my husband. He was a film major, so he was Netflix and takes none. He's a film major? No shit. I'm driving to Arizona to check out the breeder and some puppies. He's got a litter right now. Just do it. Foxes are out. Toxic Tiggy escaped. Puzzling in the garden like a fucking robber. She has 2 litters. Oh, really? No shit. 2 litters. Oh, so there's a professional breeder. That's the way to do it. Yeah, that is the way to do it. Drive to get the dog. You know, you shouldn't be looking for the closest breeder. I always make it sort of this. They're all the same, but yeah, no, you want a blue. But I always make it like sort of this thing. Like, you know, I find a dog that's within reason. Like I might drive to Massachusetts or something. And I do it. Tonk I drove to Georgia. Ike I got in Massachusetts. Since Ike's passed away, I haven't gotten a puppy. I've been training other people's puppies, which sort of fulfills my puppy womb. When I get the puppy, I'm gonna bring it on, Sean TV. Is it? Oh, NYU. That's a good film school. How old is your husband? You might know some people that I know. I got that. I'll get her down. Don't worry, because she's meowing. Okay. See how I did that? I should stand up and make Merlin do this. I'm gonna make Merlin do this. Bless her heart. I gotta start using that Toxic. 48. No, I wouldn't know Matt. Matt's younger than 48. It's a good school though. For that, that's a real good school. There's a lot of famous people went to that school. In her video with you, Mila, and then Mango at the end, and Teacup, you said she was an angel. I don't know. How do you potty train 2 adult dogs? God, dude. Well, you're going to use a crate and you're going to take them out all the time. You got to use a crate. If you're not going to crate train the dog, you're not going to get him trained. You got to use a crate. Crates. Don't put 2 dogs in one crate. You need a crate for every dog. Okay? But if they're not potty trained, then they're not trained, period. So you gotta... Why do you have 2 adults that aren't potty trained? You gotta train them, dude. You're just trying to do the bare minimum, not get the dog to shit and piss in your house. I don't think it's gonna go real well. That's what I think. That's my guess. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you a better... Listen, the reason why we have 4 to 6 million dogs dying every year, no training, improper training, or lack of training. I don't know why you got 2 adults that aren't... How do you get two adult dogs that aren't housebroken? Yes, do not put 2 dogs in the same crate. It's a big no-no. Okay? You have to get 2 crates. It's like if you have a cat, you get a litter box. If you have 2 cats, you need 2 litter boxes. Speaking of that, I gotta dump the litter boxes and put new stuff in. Alright? I'm being serious. Don't put 2 dogs in one crate. You're gonna end up with a real problem on your hand. Real problem. Do not do that. Not a good move. It's a subspecies of the wolf. Why do you have 2 adult dogs that aren't trained? Did you go and get 1 dog at the shelter and then you were like, I'm gonna get... Yes, Kittles is. And you're like, I want the dog to have a dog buddy, because that is a real bad sign. That's not how it's done. 2 untrained dogs. Well, that person left anyway, so... Right? You left. I didn't tell you what you wanted to hear, I can tell. We've been using 1 room. We put them in there. Man, why do you... And they just crap and piss all over your room, don't they? I don't have a magic wand. And the dogs need to be able to hold it for 8 hours? Is that what you want? I know. Oh, sheesh. You want these untrained dogs not to go to the bathroom in the 1 room. You're unrealistic, and it's a bad situation. Why do you have 2 adult dogs? How did that happen? 2 untrained adult dogs that you let go to the bathroom in a room. Once they start doing it, you know, you better clean that up so it doesn't smell. And you gotta use stuff that'll kill the smell. White vinegar. Maybe rubbing alcohol. White vinegar and water will work. They also keep having puppies. Thank you, Toxic. I was going for it too. It's just an idiot, right? That's just a moron. It's wasting people's times. Oh my God, I got rid of 1 Sean Bond. Sorry, 1 Sean Bond, my fat fingers. One Sean Bond better come back. Got you back being a moderator too. Sorry about that. That sucks when that happens. Right? Sorry. Like, you know, I'm on the little phone and then my finger hits the wrong thing. Sorry about that. We'll get you back on there no matter what happened. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna work Merlin for a sec. Now, baby's doing great at this. All of a sudden, gave her a little break. She's doing this. Merlin's pretty good at it, but I'm moving the crate around, so you know. And we also have the heater going. So let's see if Merlin will do it. Hey, Mer, come here, buddy. Where are we doing this at? Hang on, Mer. So Merlin was better at the reverse retrieve than Baby, for sure. But Baby's catching up. Definitely. Merlin, see where it's at? Here, pull. There you go. See Merlin to reverse retrieve. Come on, big man, heel. Yeah, get over here, Dick. Come on, spin this way. There you go. Okay, good boy. Cool. Go put it in there. There you go. Good boy. Get back in, dude. You take the button head. Come here. Yeah, he's ready for, both dogs I'm going to take out in the field tomorrow. I'm going to get him to do it in the field. Like tomorrow, if I could get each dog to do 20 feet, a 20-foot reverse retrieve, that'd be pretty cool. But if I can only get, like, I might have more problem with Baby, to tell you the truth. Here, come here, here. Here, come here. Merlin. No, hold. Okay, go put it in there. All right, yeah, big man. Big good ball. Come on, Merlin. Give me another one, brother. Come on, yeah. Get over here. Merlin. Hey, hold. Okay, go put it in there. No, drop it in there, dude. Ah, you messed, dude. Pick it up. Hold. That's bullshit. Hold. No, hold. Bring it back here, heel. Come here. Bring it back here, heel. Merlin, come here. Saunter over there. Put it in there, buddy. No, put it in there. Drop. Here, heel. Good boy. Get over here. Okay. Hang on. Hang on, Merlin. Come here, Mr. Merlin. Merlin the magician. Come here. Merlin! Oh, okay, go put it in there. Drop. There you go, good boy. See, this is harder. You might not think that this makes it harder. This is a new place. They've both done it, but they having the heater going and everything, it makes it a lot harder. So we make it harder for the dog to build the dog up. You know, you can't overwhelm the dog, but you need them to do the task. So it'd be easier. Here, get the fuck over here, brother. Hey, Merlin. Hold. Okay, go put it in there. Drop. You're a good boy, dude. Merlin. Heel. No, heel. Come on. Just looking around my place like you must have been a cat and heel. Sit. Good boy. There are cats that come in here, I'm going to block it off, though, so they can't have it hold. Go put it in there. Drop. Good boy. Now what? Tomorrow, tomorrow when we get him outside doing this, I'm going to start getting him to do it faster. Because I have more room to run. I can tell what he's going to do. Right, Merlin, you're a good boy. Baby's sort of like, she screws up because she works too fast. He works nice and slow. It's great. The neighbors were terrified. They are both 90. They thought it was breaking in their home, but I wasn't near the door. I was quite. Oh, okay. Favorite spray paint artist? What's a spray paint artist? What's a spray paint artist? You mean like graffiti? Destiny can use that stuff pretty good. I don't really use it like that. This is definitely not my work on there. That was here when we bought the book. When we got the house. Doesn't the dog get bored of doing the same thing over and over again? No. What? We just did it, what? 6 times? I don't think so. No, you train them and then they end up loving it. God, I hope you don't have a dog. Bored. It's not a human, man. It's a dog. It's a train. It's up to just being a physical response. Bored. It's cold. I'm so glad I found the receipt to the propane heater that fucked up. Bought that on December 23rd. Then today it wasn't working. This kind of heater, if it's plugged in, has a constant sparking. It wouldn't spark. It's bullshit. It's really crappy. I don't know. It should last at least a couple of years. It was only like $110 or something. It's more expensive than the heater is propane. Propane is pricey. $23 to refill. I can't be out here without it though. Gotta get this done. This barn has been such a waste. It's a waste of space. There's a hole upstairs. If I had the cash, I'd make that thing into like a fucking apartment. Do you have a fireplace in the house, Peter? We have a wood-burning stove. I don't use it anymore. That was what I heated the house with, and it didn't work very good. It did not work very well at all. No fireplace. The wood-burning stove, sort of the same thing. I'm hungry. What are we gonna? Oh, I know what we can eat. We can eat the tortellini. Destiny got some cheese tortellini and Alfredo sauce. That would be good. That would be good. I saw it in the refrigerator today. I believe we have ravioli in the freezer too. But the tortellini's fresh. We should eat it. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Merlin's awesome. Yum, yum, yummy. He just looked at me when I said that. He did. Yum, yum, yummy. Now he ignored me. Yeah, I am like really happy about like having enough space that I can work a dog in now. Like out here, that porch. The porch is good. The porch still has things about it that are good. You know, you can go out there and sometimes cars, like the sound of like a wet road and tires, really distracts the dog. So that's great. Also, Merlin, fucking, I'm about ready to take Merlin to a Home Depot just to see how he functions. He better not give me any shit. Starts growling at people walking by, so I'm gonna be pissed. So he better not do that. He better not do that. He's not gonna do it with me. Merlin, you hear me? He hears me. We'll wait a little longer. I want to make sure he's doing real good work in the field. Last time we were out there, it wasn't so hot. Oh yeah, get used to it, sure. Yeah, he's doing a reverse retrieve around it. He's curled up right there. He don't care. So was baby. Baby was doing reverse retrieves around it, where she's flipped out around it. Pick up on it. I almost think I should. My mom leaves the house at 65 degrees in the house at night, if not colder. So sometimes I get up late at night and use a hairdryer to keep myself warm. Bullshit, really? What do you do? You blow the hairdryer on you? Why don't you just get another blanket? Toxic. Why don't you just get another blanket? I'll tell you what we're using right now. Sean TV gave us this like double sleeping bag. This is true. It's crazy. It's crazy. You unzip it and it's one big blanket. Man, it's like the fluffiest thing. You could just fold it and it's like sitting in like some kind of weird chair. That thing's awesome. It's huge. Oh, you know those sleeping bags. Dude, it was so hard to get out of the bag it comes in. I swear to God, it was 25 minutes or something to get it out. Once you get it out, no way you could put that sleeping bag back in the bag it comes in. There's no way. They must put that in with like a machine. It was difficult. There's no way. I don't know how anybody would get it back in the bag. It would have to go in a different kind of bag. But man, I'll tell you what, the double sleeping bag. If you were camping, winter camping with someone, like a girlfriend, or boyfriend, or whatever, that would be what you would take. Because if it's cold out and you got two people in the giant sleeping bag, you're not going to be cold. There's no way. With body heat, they'd do that back in the olden days. I think Abraham Lincoln had somebody that he slept with. Like, that was very common, supposedly. What people? That dude moved into the White House, I believe. It was like his friend. They slept in the same bed. Not with Mary Todd, evidently. You've heard that? You've heard that one, Sean Bond? I swear to God, I heard that. Something like that. That was his pal, and it was sort of common that you just, I'll sleep with him. He's cool. He doesn't do anything. Like, he didn't, like... I swear, I heard that. I think that that's factual. That it was so common back in the day that you had to keep warm. Like, I mean, if I was sleeping in this barn right now without this heater, You would do anything to keep warm, and I think that was the most common way to stay warm, is like body heat. If I put 3 or 4 people in a bed, you would have to. Could you imagine? Freezing. When I first bought this house, I'd come up here in the winter. I've talked about this. I used a throw blanket and I sweat under it. What's up, Raven? There was only the wood stove. I could put stuff by the front door and it would freeze. That's right by the wood stove. I would wear a hat, gloves, layers, and I'd sleep like this with like multiple blankets. Sleep like this. I'd still be freezing. So it'd be the same thing if you were like, was it 1830? You had to deal with the winter. All winter, you freeze your ass off. If there was a human around, I'm sure that you... Let's go to sleep. I'm freezing. It'd suck. Not my first rodeo. I was wondering what mistakes you have made with a new puppy and how you... What are mistakes? I don't make mistakes with puppies, dude. I'm a professional. I'll give you a tip though. When you get that new puppy, you do not stop at a rest stop or any place that another puppy goes, because your puppy does not have shots. You're gonna let the puppy out. You make sure it's no place another dog goes, because your puppy could get parvo, and parvo could be deadly. Okay? How's that? But other than that, I can't train your dog for you, and I don't make mistakes, man. I do it for a living. Do you know how many puppies I've trained? Look at how many puppies I've trained just on this channel. It's a lot, more than most people. Most dog trainers don't. I sort of specialize in puppies, I think. I do a lot of puppies. I train a lot of puppies. Some people are smart. It's the truth. I train a lot of puppies. So I don't make mistakes. I don't know what that would be. I will say this. Here's another tip for you. Your puppy will be easier to housebreak on a raw diet. My dog doesn't want to eat his raw food. You sound like a mess. What do you mean? Then feed him tomorrow. Don't give him pet food. He's never going to eat it. You don't want to eat it. It's raw food. What are you giving him, by the way? Let's hear what you're giving him. It's raw food. What, you know? My dog doesn't want to eat his raw food. What's his raw food? What kind of raw food? What are some ways people let their dogs act that make them feel superior? I think you mean like, don't put the dog in your lap. That confuses the status, would be the term. Don't put the dog in your bed. That confuses the status of your dog. Don't give the dog people food. Chicken. What type of chicken are you giving? What cut of chicken are you giving? And what type of dog is it? What size dog? I'm really comfortable with this. Why all of a sudden is somebody answering? I'm talking to somebody else about raw. Why are you doing that? You're going to get removed. There's a German Shepherd Rottweiler. Did you just change? 5-month-old pit bull. A chicken leg quarter. Okay. So this is what you do. you throw the chicken leg quarter in the crate, right? In about, I don't know, an hour or two. If he hasn't eaten it, take it out of there, feed him the next day. Okay? We'll eat it. Don't give him any dog food. We shouldn't be giving treats. Okay? Don't ever use treats. Don't give him dog food. You do not transition the dog into raw. You just stop giving the pet food. Okay? Just stop giving the pet food. And if your dog doesn't eat, your dog won't die from not eating tonight. Alright? Many times you take the dog to the vet, you're going to get something done to your dog. They say, don't feed the dog, right? Same thing. Your dog is fine. You make sure it has water, it's hydrated. But think of it this way. A wolf in the wild may go up to 2 weeks without making a kill. So why would your domestic dog, do you understand what I'm saying? Why would your domestic dog not be okay for 48 hours? And a lot of times, if your dog has diarrhea, say your dog has enteritis, which dogs on raw, that is not a problem. The problem is pet food has bone meal in it, and cooked bone is an irritant to your dog. So once you get the dog on these chicken leg quarters, okay, you're not going to have the problem of diarrhea that we see with pet food. Pet food sucks. But who's this Ellie person that's just I'm not talking to you. This person's gonna have to be removed. ELI. Oh, I have swag. Thanks, Jacob Dylan Richmond. Related? No, couldn't be related to Jonathan Richmond. That's Richmond. That guy's a brilliant musician. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I slept next to most of her life. I drew the line everywhere else. Sorry, I thought I was the one. No. And it's the same question. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because you never even asked that question. Why would I be talking to you? Did you even ask that question? Mainly protein and chicken leg. Get in a new puppy tomorrow. Oh. Okay. Puppy person, Ellie or whatever. You don't give the puppy the chicken leg quarter. You smash it up. You don't just give him a chicken leg quarter. This guy's got an adult dog. When I say raw diet, you can give a chicken leg quarter to the puppy if you smash it up with a hammer. Okay? You're going to smash the crap out of it. It's an 8-week-old puppy. You don't want it to look anything like a chicken leg quarter anymore. And as the dog gets older, you can smash it less. Don't mince it up. Smash it. Smash the crap out of it, okay? I mean, really smash it up. But you stop doing that. You don't have to do that anymore. You want to get the dog eating the chicken leg quarter. So by the time the dog's 4.5 months, 5 months, no later, probably, it's dropped its milk teeth, it has its adult teeth, and it has muscles built up. 4.5 months, you probably give it a chicken leg quarter, maybe even a little bit over 4 months. You might start smashing it and then freezing it. What about a meat mincer? Just smash the crap out of it. And then you want to transition the dog into just eating leg quarter for sure, because there's, they have to spend time chewing it. But like you give them a bowl of kibble, they just gobble it up. So just smash it up to the dogs about 4 months. A little bit less, you just stop smashing it as much. But you smash it and then you freeze it and then you give it to them frozen. Or you could even give them like chicken leg quarter that's frozen, because that forces them to really gnaw on it. You see what I'm saying? But once the dog gets its adult teeth, you're good to go anyway. Just sort of smash it for week 8, 9, 10, 11. 12th, you could smash it a little bit less. No, 12, 13, 14, smash it a little bit less. I'm lazy, I just run it through the grinder. Why would you be doing that with an adult dog, man? It's not, they don't need that. You're not helping the dog. Trevor, there's a benefit. You want the dog's teeth to look spanking white and clean, right? You give them the chicken leg quarter for a reason. They can handle it. They're not going to choke on it. It's a dog. I've seen Mango back in the day to go through. He doesn't choke on it. You don't grind it for the adult dog. You want their teeth to be nice and clean. Yeah, the dog is that's right, what Sean about. The dog, they can handle it. Chicken bones are hollow. Poultry bones are hollow. They have no problem with them. Just make sure they don't get cooked bones, okay? Does that make sense? You're wasting your time grinding it. Don't grind it. You've got an older dog, man. Just try and get the dog on the leg quarters. There's a benefit. And Trevor, if you want the dog to you want to slow the dog down and give the dog something to do, freeze that leg quarter and give it to him. Or if you feel weird about it, like you think the dog, just freeze it and give it to him. Can't swallow that's for sure. You want the dog to chew it. It's another reason why we use chicken leg quarters. You don't give chicken wings because they could just take those and swallow those and have a problem. You don't use turkey necks either. Turkey necks will get stuck on like a lab and shit, and they gotta throw them back up. Don't give turkey necks. See the problem? It's about the same size as the esophagus. Stuck. And then they can't breathe, they gotta throw it back up. Give them chicken leg quarters because they're kind of forced to chew it. And they know when to swallow it. They do. They know when to do it. There's a benefit. Don't grind it. You're not helping. You want the dog's teeth to look spanking white at 10, 11. Every time my dogs see a vet, they go, oh, their teeth look great. That isn't a problem. We don't have to do a dentistry on these dogs. Yeah, because I don't feed them the pet food that you want me to feed them. Doctor. Shit that sells dog food. They love, those veterinarians, they love selling dog food. They love it. They love it. They do. Anything's wrong. Dogs get enteritis on pet food all the time because bone meal is an irritant because it's cooked bone. So your dog gets enteritis, they want to put the dog on a special pet food, dog food, and then you're supposed to switch the dog back, and that'll give them the shits. A lot of times the vets will say, oh, just put the dog on a bland diet, chicken and rice. That has no calcium in it, one. And then when you're switching the dog, don't do it. I'm telling you not to do it. Do raw diet, man. You don't have the diarrhea. You don't have the enteritis. No diarrhea. I have no diarrhea with dogs in years. Pet food? You gotta be kidding me. It seems like it's all the time. It's so stupid. As far as buying raw diet, I don't recommend any raw diet unless you can find like some small company that just grinds up chicken. And there are some companies that do that. Like they'll say, do you want it balanced or unbalanced? You want unbalanced, that means it's just ground up chicken. Balanced means they're putting filler in it. The shit your dog doesn't eat. That's another irritant to your dog. It's plant material. Plant material is an irritant to your dog. Your dog cannot digest vegetables unless they're cooked. And your dog wouldn't be eating a lot of they don't eat apples, man. They don't. My local butcher made raw dog food. Yeah. You find somebody like that grinds up shit. Grinds up whole, bones and shit. That would be probably good to go. Just make sure that they are putting bones in it. They probably are. That is really a good way to go. Man, I know this place in Kansas City, Kansas that can sell these big bags of like stomach innards, all this shit, all ground up. I wish that place was around here. I'd buy it. Well, I wouldn't buy it. But I mean, if you had the money, you'd buy something like Sean TV was using. Get one of those yeah. That could be really good shit. All that stuff, it's, dogs like it, I guarantee you. I gotta eat. I gotta go eat. I've been out here for a while. Merlin did what I wanted him to do. He's ready to go. I'll get him in the field tomorrow. Merlin, you're a good boy, dude. Yeah, it's a good dog. I like this guy, man. He's a nut. He's loud. He's calmed down considerably. Like this morning I get downstairs, he's curled up. I went upstairs, came back down, he was curled up again. That's what I want to say. Sometimes he starts this fucking hears noises and starts. It is. This is true. When I was a kid, I would, my dad used Purina. So that's what people did. They just try dog food. And I would eat the dry dog food out of the bag. My mom took me to the vet, not to the vet, to the doctor. He said, it's probably just fine. It's tasty. It is good. It's good. I've eaten canned pedigree too. Not that good. Interesting thing about canned dog food, it smells better than it tastes. They know that will get the dog to eat it. The smell. They like the smell. They don't really care if it's all bland. Yummy! Woo, doggy! It's good. Right? It's pretty good. Alright, I'm going. I'm going to. Thank you. I'll see y'all. See you, Sean TV. Toxic. Emerging later. Thank you. PL, if you're still here. Shirley Jones. One Sean Bond. Peace and love. Peace and love. See you, Sean. Get that puppy, dude. I can't believe you're getting a cattle dog. It's a good breed, man. It is. Good breed. It's a good breed. Hang on. Hang on. I make kimchi for my dogs. I feed them raw. It's cooked. It's sort of cooked. See what I'm saying? It's sort of cooked. The kimchi is sort of cooked, so the dog can probably digest it. But if your dog eats grass, they either throw it up or poop it out. See what I'm saying? Would be sort of cooked. I know it sort of seems weird to get fermented. I don't really know what to say, but it would be sort of cooked. Yeah, it's fermented, but it breaks it down. That's the problem. It's fermented, right? I'd be trace amounts of alcohol I might be worried about because it's a dog. I don't know if I'd give my dog kimchi. That's nothing that I would do. And can I say something here real quick? If you're thinking that probiotics in the kimchi is going to be helpful to your canine, it won't be. Like if you're going to give your dog, buttermilk or anything like that, or yogurt, all dogs are lactose intolerant, one. And two, the probiotics that are in the buttermilk or the yogurt, they're not effective on your dog. Your dog's stomach acid is way too strong. They're not even utilized. Those are probiotics for a human. If you're looking for probiotics for your dog, you're going to have to buy them or use raw chicken. The raw chicken has probiotics in it. Alright? Don't give your dog yogurt. They're not supposed to be eating yogurt. Now, don't give them cottage cheese either. They don't eat that, man. That's no wise tale. There's your vet, like fucking 30 years ago, would say that. Don't give them cottage cheese. Just give them raw diet. You won't have any stomach problems. Seriously. I gotta eat, and I'm having stomach problems. Later.